All right. You ready to roll?
Yep.
Okay.
2 hours of pushing cup.
Yeah, that's all this podcast is going to be. Hello, everyone. My name is Thomas, a.k.a. Mr. Warburg. That's my co-host, Joey.
What up?
We're the Bottom Shelf Nerds.
Yeah,
And
we
this
are.
is the Bottom Shelf Zone? Bottom Shelf Show? I can't remember what I called this the first episode. It's the thing. This is episode 2.
GG.
We're talking, we have the Marvel Cup that we were fucking with because we're talking about Infinity War.
Yeah.
Our first episode, we talked about seeing A Quiet Place and then ranking the Marvel movies. Promise the podcast is not always all about movies,
Yep.
but we happen to do it right after seeing movies.
It's the most poppin' thing going on right now. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
you
not
know.
a big video game release besides God of War, but none of us have.
And it's, Infinity War is the biggest opening of all time, and
Oh, fuck
China
yeah.
hasn't even got it yet.
They're gonna love it.
Oh, it's gonna, yeah. James Cameron's movies are going down. This is gonna be the highest grossing movie of all time. I almost guarantee it.
It's
Like,
gotta
you
be,
can't get tickets on Monday night showings.
Yeah, which is
Like,
nuts.
it's selling so well. So, before we get too crazy, of course, you can find me at Mr. Warburg. You can find him at Private Joke 1. You can find the group stuff at Bottom Shelf Nerd on Twitter. Obviously, you're watching this on YouTube, so you're already there. And we play the video games and the stuff and the things over on the Twitches. And you can find us there at twitch.tv/Bottom Shelf Nerds.
Yeah.
The S didn't fit on Twitter, so
Yeah.
we got stuck with the D.
It's a length issue. Don't get the lot. Just the Twitter though.
All right. Okay, that didn't clip. Okay, so anyway, without getting to, we had some issues with the first episode with echo and stuff, so we rotated into a different space.
Yeah.
So
See how
got
this
the
works.
end table, showing off some wood burnings I did.
Hyrule.
Yeah. So, and obviously the first one was audio only. We didn't have the video, so that's different. But let's get right into the meat of it, man.
Okay. Right potatoes. Or
Right
meat.
here, this is not a. This will be spoiler free. We will tell you when to get the fuck out, or / mute the tab so we get the view and the watch time, and then come back after you've seen the movie.
Statistics.
Yes, we're all about that. So Joey,
Yeah.
what'd you think of the movie? Spoiler free.
Spoiler free.
Give me your
Like
boilerplate. Not boilerplate. Give me your condensed thoughts and impressions. You've only seen it once. I have seen it twice.
Get that condensed milk version.
So you go first.
Let's see. Fight scenes, super fucking on par.
Yeah.
I mean, just.
Well, let's start with the macro level. Go see it or not? Like, is it
see
is it worth
definitely.
the full price ticket?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you saw it twice,
Hell yeah, I did.
and you see it's totally worth both times.
Well, I go see movies more than once a lot of times.
It's true.
Movies
Interesting.
and video games are like my only vices. So
Yeah, but no. First time seeing it, very awesome impression. Everything was great about it. Yeah, definitely go see it. I mean,
Yeah.
no reason not to.
okay, so
It's a top-grossing Marvel movie,
in comparison to other Marvel movies, where does this rank?
easily in top 5.
I agree. I
I mean-
wholeheartedly agree after seeing it twice.
Can't fucking say no to it.
Yeah, I mean it's the culmination of 10 years of,
Build up.
movies,
Yeah.
and nothing's ever been done like this in cinemas before, ever.
No,
Doubt it ever will be done as well, if it's ever done again.
the different
Because their biggest competitor can't get their shit together.
Yeah.
And not people,
animation-wise they can, but
they can't. Are you kidding me? Steppenwolf
DC
looks like
animation?
shit. That's not nowhere near the level of Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's billion-dollar franchises.
yeah.
The
I thought you were
DC
talking
animated
about DC
movies
then.
make thousands of dollars. They don't make into the millions.
But they're still freaking.
They're
I'd say
amazing.
better Marvel.
They're awesome, but it's a whole different
Animated.
conversation.
Yeah.
So like in terms of cinema going experience, it's
Oh, it's a blast.
I doubt it'll ever be replicated,
Yeah.
except by Marvel
Eh.
themselves.
Yeah, they'll probably do it again.
Well, yeah, it's Marvel. At this
I
point,
mean-
you have literally no reason to doubt them when they say, "Hey, this thing we're doing, you're gonna like it."
Oh yeah, and you fucking are. It's
Like
just
Guardians of the Galaxy,
you're gonna
Ant-Man.
love it.
Doctor Strange. Oh, a movie that's had
God.
18 prequels. Fuck it. Here you go.
We're gonna do it.
It's 2.5 hours. It ain't gonna feel like
Yeah.
it.
2.5 hours and 6 minutes.
Yeah,
Got to check it
2 hours 36 minutes. Didn't feel like it. The first time
Honestly, it did.
I watched when the credits rolled, dead silence in the theater. Everyone was processing
First.
what the fuck they just saw, which man, it pulls the rug out from under you. Like it just
It
punches
does.
you right in the gut. And
it did some things you.
yeah, things out of
Yeah.
left field that like you should have seen coming, but you don't. Like I'm a
Yeah.
comic book fan, and some of it I didn't. I knew kind of where it was going to go. I didn't know how they were going to do it, and how they did it exceeded all my wildest expectations. And I remember pulling out my phone at the end going, oh shit, it's already been 2.5 fucking hours? Damn!
6 minutes. Yeah.
Because, like, the action starts within the first... I mean, like, the first scene, it's there, but, like, the plot on Earth gets going within the first 5 minutes of being on Earth.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's just... Yeah, it's his plot point now.
It's just bang, 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 bang. It does not give you time to stop and check your watch or do anything, but nothing feels rushed.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is a very hard thing to pull off because, you know, like, when you're trying to go fast and keep your pace, it's easy to leave things out. It's easy to... you know, get your sequence out of order to be like, okay, why did this happen then? And, like, why is the character making this decision? You know, none of that is the case here, which is, I think, the best parts about the movie in that it fucking works. Like, on every level. On a sequel level, even on a standalone, as a pacing of a standalone movie, it's phenomenal. If all action movies were paced like this, fucking hell, it'd be amazing.
Yeah. But, like, most action movies, I don't know, still kind of still told a good story within it.
Yeah, like it was...
Like, I can see most action movies fucking that up.
Yeah, and it's got a great villain. It's got obviously an awesome cast.
I think he may be the best...
I think he's the best Marvel villain. To date. I think he beats Killmonger.
It's tough.
Who else would be at the top up there?
I'd say Loki, but he's very flex.
Yeah, Loki. Well, OG Loki, not post-Avengers Loki is an anti-hero.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah.
I would say... I liked Ego, actually, in Guardians 2, when the turn happens, when you find out what he did to Peter's mom.
Yeah.
That moment.
That's pretty good.
Damn.
I weirdly like... was it Iron Man 1's villain?
You like Obadiah Stane?
For some reason, I like that.
This is also the guy that thought Immigrant Song in Thor Ragnarok was overused twice.
Twice, just saying.
Despite the fact that it thematically bookends the film when he's at the height of his powers with the hammer and when he's at the height of his powers without the hammer. But whatever.
I'm just going to throw it out there. I didn't know any of those terms existed.
What?
To, like, thematically bookmarking things with music.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a theatrical thing.
Well, yeah, that's part of storytelling.
What kind of Google search did you use to get that?
I didn't. It's just like, it's right there in front of you. It's at the beginning. I didn't catch it the first time, but it's there in the beginning, and it's right there at the end to kick off two of the best fight scenes in the entire MCU.
The beginning fight scene you considered?
With the hammer twirl, with him in the background, and you see him fighting while the hammer's just wrecking shop. That's an amazing fight. The fight when the Immigrant Song kicks off, the drums go, and it transitions to Immigrant Song, and the lightning with the slow-mo of the wide shot with the aliens crawling up at him like a fucking Renaissance painting. What? That's amazing.
I want something deeper there. Something heavier.
It's set in 70s acid trip. You go Led Zeppelin if you're going to have that style of the movie, which is all that movie is. You go with Led Zeppelin. What are you going to do? Have fucking Disturbed play?
You could.
That wouldn't fit the theme of the movie. It's a 70s acid trip.
I don't know, man.
What?
I'm saying it could have been a little more selection.
It's like one of the top 10 greatest rock songs of all time.
I agree, but I mean, like,
what would have been better?
I don't know. I did any research besides just my own thoughts.
Well, I'd like to see. Okay, next time I want your thoughts. Like, put it down. I want to know what you put there because I couldn't think of something other than maybe some AC/DC.
I think you put a lot of fucking songs in there.
But the fact that you're the tone and the color palette of the movies, the very psychedelic nature of the movie, you go with Led Zeppelin. What other rock fits that theme?
Oh, there's a lot of Pink Floyd that could.
Yeah, but that doesn't fit.
But that's exactly the psychedelic thing.
That's not the fast-paced comedy movie music.
Is Immigrant really a fast-paced comedy movie song?
Is Ragnarok a fast-paced comedy movie?
I was asking if the
Immigrant Song, yes, is very fast-paced. Listen to that beat. It's much faster than anything Pink Floyd. It fits the quick hitting far better than a Pink Floyd
song. That's all I'm picking on, is he's referred it to a comedy.
It fits the theme of the comedy movie, which is fast-paced, it's frantic. Pink Floyd does not. That's not Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd is Person of Interest when the slow-mo walkout, like, stuff's happening.
So it's a fast-paced 70s trip.
No, I think I literally just said slow-mo.
Well, no, skipping ahead after.
Oh, you're all over the place here, dude.
No, it's just that you're just explaining Pink Floyd, I'm explaining Ragnarok.
Yeah, and Ragnarok's very fast-paced.
Yeah.
It's very frantic.
Yeah.
That's Led Zeppelin. A slower movie would play like a Pink Floyd if you're going for that aesthetic. But that's not Ragnarok. Yeah. Like, at all.
Okay.
So you go with Led Zeppelin.
Thanos, right?
Anyway, yeah, seriously. Anyway, moving aside from Joey's insanity, go see this movie
Oh,
because
yeah.
at this point we're getting into spoilers. So
We're
get
gonna
the fuck
do-
out, leave it on mute, give us that watch time, bitches,
Yeah.
and then come back after you've seen the movie if you haven't already. Which if you haven't already, you really should, because this is probably gonna get up by Tuesday. I might do most of the editing tonight. I'm not gonna do
Okay.
any crazy fancy edits on this until we see some growth. So it'll actually might even be up tonight
Okay.
by midnight.
I
Hopefully,
can put random rainbows in places.
no, I'm not
Okay.
gonna do that. I might kick it off with
No
like
cats
a
cutting across screens.
no.
Okay.
I might clip out the conversation about Ragnarok. So it'd just be like, someone tell this man why he's wrong. Like, oh, okay. Anyway, so spoilers. You want to talk about the plot, or do we want to just go into the topics I mentioned to keep it condensed?
I don't know.
Because I'm assuming if you're in the spoiler section, you've watched the movie.
Yeah. You'd
So
have to be.
I don't want to regale you with the plot, because I mean, like, not to like harp another podcast, but like Greg Miller's rant about what like just his tangential topics about the plot of the movies that can take as long as the movie. I'm not that. I'm not gonna do that. And it's hilarious. It's awesome. Just not my style. So we have 4-5 topics ish. Some of them kind of bleed together. We already hit the first one, which is the spoiler free.
Yep.
The first topic of the spoilers is, what are the best parts of this movie? What did we fucking come out of it going, that was amazing? Cue the that was so totally wicked.
That was so cool.
Which, because that's a superhero movie.
God
Fucking
dang
Incredibles.
it.
I'm so excited for that movie. Anyway,
Gosh,
best parts
try
of the
to think
movie.
beginning parts.
The beginning is set on, we'll kind of go sequentially here a little bit. So you have the ship with the Asgardian ship, the Thanos Hulk fight. Then you go to Earth, and
Well, let's not slip over the Loki part.
oh no,
let's
I'm
have a
not. I'm just telling.
Yeah.
Pick your favorite parts.
Well, definitely Loki trying to one up Thanos.
That was
It's
pretty.
fucking hilarious because they're in a big fight scene. He's like, the first one where he tries to engage Thanos. He's like, "It's all right, we have a Hulk." Then Hulk gets his ass reamed.
Oh, he gets it.
Just
He gets his nose broke. Like
Oh.
it's like full on Batman versus Bane breaking the back fight.
yeah, just oh god,
And it's the first time Hulk's ever really gotten his ass kicked.
oh yeah,
I mean, he kind of was in Ragnarok when Thor like discovers, hey,
oh yeah.
I got the lightning, bitch.
Yeah.
And when Thor's just going to town, but Thor didn't get to finish that fight.
Thor wins it though.
Yeah, Thor would have won
Definitely
that
wins
fight.
it. Yeah.
Which leads me to a point I want to get to, the final point about Hulk.
Okay.
But that fight, right out the gate, setting up that, this dude is not fucking around.
Oh no.
He is so fast, so strong. He can get around the Hulk and just smack him in the back while they're fighting.
Just
Destroy him. Destroy him.
demolishes him.
And he's this ferocious fighter, but he's incredibly intelligent.
Yeah.
And has all this power with 2 Infinity Stones right off the bat, setting
Yep.
the tone with the silent Marvel intro, which I thought was super
That was pretty
awesome.
cool.
No music, it's just the distress call from the ship. Damn, what a way to start this movie.
It basically goes right into it from there. Essentially, yeah. I mean, there's no freaking.
From there it does not stop.
The calmest point is the Marvel's quiet opening.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah.
Other awesome moments for me. My favorite one, or one of my favorite ones, the full Bleeding Edge fight, the Bleeding Edge armor fight with Thanos versus Stark.
Oh, when you finally
When
get
he
to see it in
really goes to
action.
town on the armor. Damn, that is
That's
so
pretty
cool. It's amazing.
Yeah, seeing it rebuild itself and everything.
Yeah, and like do the different constructs and like the hammer fists that he does, and like
Oh,
when he
yeah.
locks Thanos' arm down and does a whip kick to his face.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, it's so cool. Like that is what you envision that is, and it's there, done perfectly, animated, amazingly.
Great.
Everything was sorry for the creaking. Every
So excited,
scene
bones are creaking.
with Thanos, try not to stutter or slur my words there, is amazing. He is so amazingly well animated.
Oh no, for real. I mean,
It's so good. The scene, like, it's not a favorite part, but it's one of the most well done moments in the entire MCU. 19 movies is the Gamora death scene
Yeah.
when it's the pan into his face when he's like, the fact that he just murdered his daughter, like his face, with the music swelling up.
It plays,
Damn.
like you feel Thanos a little bit.
Yeah, you smell what that guy's cooking.
Exactly. I mean, like that's why, like he's
You
he's my number one villain probably.
You
Actually.
don't root for him, but you understand him.
Yeah.
You relate to him. You go,
Oh yeah, very more relatable.
oh, it makes you sit back and go, oh, you don't want him to kill everyone,
Yeah.
but you get what he's doing and why he's doing it.
It's very logically thought.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah.
One person that I read today, so it's just like, well, why doesn't he just like, instead of killing half the universe, make everyone, like, give double the resources? To my point, I would say he doesn't trust people.
Yeah.
He doesn't trust
yeah.
life. As he says, life unchecked will lead to the end of life. So don't even give it the chance. Let him learn the lesson of check yourself before you wreck yourself,
Yes.
or I'll come wreck you. And with the fucking gauntlet. And it was
Which
awesome.
he easily does.
Yeah.
I mean,
and other big moments for me, Thor's entrance.
Thor's are just baller.
When he shows up with the Bifrost at the end there,
Oh, yeah.
and Banner pops out of the
Bifrost.
thing. Oh, you're all screwed now! And like
Pretty
huge,
good.
and the big hammer blast with the new Stormbreaker coming down and calling the lightning around the hammer, like not
That's
even
pretty cool,
just
yeah.
through the hammer, like he was
Yeah.
with Mjolnir. It was always through the hammer. Now he's calling it down like he did when he didn't have the hammer,
Yeah.
and he's got this awesome Stormbreaker axe.
It's
For me,
awesome.
I think Thor is one of the standout characters in this movie. Coming off the heels of Ragnarok, having his world torn apart. He's basically the mirror of Thanos, I think, in this story. He's the guy who lost his planet. His
Yeah.
people are dead. Like, he just got his ass beat. He's out in the wilderness and got to try to figure out what to do, but he doesn't give up.
Yeah.
But instead of becoming the guy who wants to kill half the people, he's the guy who wants to save all the people. So he's like Thanos' mirror,
Yeah.
kind of. And he is his equal.
But
there
also,
at the
he
end.
is his equal. Yeah.
At the end, he's his equal. When he gets
Yeah.
Stormbreaker, he is Thanos'
oh
equal.
my god.
Which is like, when Thanos like fires out the power of all 6 stones at him, and Stormbreaker just cuts right through it like it's not even there, and it just sinks into his chest.
That
It was
cool.
amazing. Should have gone for the head, but
He didn't know.
he didn't know.
He assumed. I mean,
He wanted.
He hasn't
wanted
been
to
there for
revel
most
in.
of the fight.
He wanted to revel in his vengeance.
oh fuck yeah, dude.
Sequel, that ain't gonna happen. He's gonna go right for the head, and he's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
get aim for the head this time. And then someone's gonna be like, "What?" It's a whole thing. He's
Yeah.
not even. He's just gonna like play it off.
A good hideaway.
Yeah. So what are
in
your
there.
other favorite moments? I
Peter
hit mine.
Dinklage
Dinklage showing up.
as a giant dwarf.
I did not expect that in the
I
slightest.
neither. It took me a couple seconds to figure it out, but then I figured out it was him.
Yeah,
I was like, "That's super cool."
that was out of nowhere, and I loved it.
Yeah. The whole like Thor remaking his axe scene is actually really cool to me.
Yeah,
'Cause
that was an
I
awesome
wanted to
sequence.
see that. Yeah.
Like when he's holding up the door, like
Yeah.
it'll kill you, only if I die.
Yeah. I was
Well,
like, well, you're-
that's what. He just shakes his head.
and just like the whole like, that's such a cool scene where Thor's he's opening the eye
Yeah,
of the
he's opening the iris.
iris, and he's got that awesome pose, like super like flexy pose,
Yep.
and he's opening. I was
Nope,
like,
that man is a god.
yeah, you finally it clicks. Like, yeah, he's a god.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when they're referencing like Loki dying, he's not. He's like whatever.
Yeah.
He's like he's died before. I've seen him die. It's cool. He'll be back.
No, he didn't. He said specifically, I think this time it's for real.
But he seemed pretty chill about it. I mean, like
No, he was losing it there in that conversation with Rocket, which was like pretty deep.
he
That
was
was
going
like,
back and forth with himself.
no, he's like, well, my brother's dead. He's been dead before, but I think this time is real.
It's real.
My best friend just got stabbed through the heart. Half my people are dead. Oh, my mother was killed by a dark elf. My father and sister also dead. Like, and he's really starting to lose it there.
Yeah,
when he's
there he
talking.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. So
No. That was a really cool scene. Other good scene is Bruce Banner in the Hulkbuster outfit.
that was
That's
pretty awesome.
fucking cool.
I was hoping we'd get
Kinda.
a Hulk out moment, but I understand why we didn't.
Yeah, I mean, well, I got them problems some days.
But that was pretty awesome. And the other one of my favorite moments was what we'll talk to when we get to the end.
Okay.
So I think that's a pretty good, talking
Coverage.
about that. But and for me, the other thing that I think was what I loved the most about this movie was that it escalated without basically blowing its load, for lack of a better vocabulary there. Like, it's all a build up to this final moment.
Oh,
The climax happens, and then we get the finale, which is the Thanos walk through everybody, and they barely even touch him.
yeah, just
The only person that even slows him down until the thing with Thor is
Cap.
well, kind of, but it's more Scarlet Witch when she literally stops him,
Oh, yeah.
and he has
that
to push
moment.
against
Okay.
her,
Yeah.
and with Vision blowing up, like the climax that led up to that was the build up to that for 2 hours and 20 minutes without slowing down, without losing pace, while keeping the tone between all the characters and everybody working together. That is the achievement of this movie. That the Russo brothers can do no fucking wrong. Like, they brought in all the people that they needed to,
Yeah.
like James Gunn, Jon
Jesus, they
Favreau, to, like, oversee their individual characters to get the tone of them right and still tell an amazingly cohesive story over 2.5 hours. Fan-fucking-tastic job directorially. Holy shit, was this movie a blast.
I mean, that's also tough to keep someone's, like, conscience wrapped into a movie for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, to keep
It's a long-ass
people
time.
engaged.
Yeah.
As well as to, now you're playing in other people's sandbox, too.
Yeah.
To get them right. To get those characters right. That was very important, and I think they nailed it. Especially the Guardians. The Guardians came off great in this movie.
Yeah, they did.
Well, I mean, James Gunn was a big part of the production, too, being an EP executive producer, so that came into play. And I loved how they kept the tone, like, when it cuts to the space, it's just space, and the music going. It was, like, so well done. But
That was pretty good.
we could talk about this movie for a long time.
Easily
So,
good.
what are we at? Probably right around 15 minutes. Should I just start a timer? I'm shooting for half an hour.
Okay.
Ish.
Okay.
Because I want to keep it condensed for editing and for viewers.
easier
I don't
users.
want a 2-hour podcast. We don't have that. We don't have the audience for that.
Yeah.
So, what didn't you like?
I can't.
The fact
I
that
don't
he's
know.
struggling to think of something after
Yeah.
he didn't like Ragnarok should tell you how great this movie is.
Yeah. No. I mean, I can't think of anything consciously right now.
That like literally sticks out at you and goes, "Oh,
I was
that
like,
was
what
bad."
the fuck?
There
Why
was-
is that?
One or two things for me. One is you can kind of tell what was reshot. After Black Panther got so big, they brought in a bunch of stuff back to do reshoots in Wakanda. You can kind of tell some parts. You can kind of tell some green screen parts, which is definitely a factor of time. It wasn't as bad as Justice League. Like, Justice League, you can fucking tell. It wasn't that bad. There were just a couple moments that stick out, like the one of the close-up of Black Panther, right before the charge. That, I think, looks like a reshoot. And you can his suit looks a little different. There's something different there. I don't know. It just
Okay.
struck me the second time. I was like, that's not the same as it was like 30 seconds ago. And then the Hulk half transformation thing
Yeah, I
looked
guess.
like something out of The Mask, like a bad ripoff of The Mask.
I guess I did kind of. Yeah,
Which I
forgot
think
about
that also might be something that they reshot because it's just Banner. Like there's
Yeah.
nobody else in the shot, and that might be something that maybe Hulk was like clearly because some of the stuff in the trailer they said like we shot that, it just didn't make the final cut. So and some of it was probably red herring. Some of it just could have been a 3-hour movie if they didn't cut it.
Yeah.
What I think they did to trim some time was basically trim the Hulk, change his story in post,
Yeah.
which is easier to do with him because he's a CG character, and put Ruffalo in like the Hulkbuster suit to hide the fact that he's not on set.
Yeah.
You have to put his face in there.
That's it.
You know?
Super easy.
Maybe Friday was the one using the suit in the first one, in the original shoots, and then they just put him in the end.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
but like the one in the park when like Hulk comes out for the first time to say no,
Yeah.
when it's just like half his face turning, it's like that was
It's like, yeah.
weird, and the fact that like Hulk, his head fit in the Hulkbuster stuff, and the transformation at the end during the final fight was like that. His head's like 3 times bigger.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like it wouldn't work. Like it would have broke out of the thing.
Would have shot it right off.
Yeah. So that was like those are the two things that like stuck out to me, especially on the second viewing. I was like, huh. And then I was just right back into the awesome shit going on around me, and it pulled me like the greatness of the other parts diminished what I saw and what I felt about that sticking out so much so that I forgot by the time it was on to the next scene. Like that's how
Yeah.
good this movie is. I only really picked up on it because I saw it twice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Honestly, first cut probably wouldn't think of anything, but
Yeah.
second time around, you definitely pick up on more stuff that you didn't see.
So anything you want to add to that before we get on to the next stuff?
No. Pretty clean movie.
Oh, another thing that I didn't like. This is a personal preference, not a thing that like somebody did wrong or there's a bad performance or whatever. It was just I wanted more Cap.
Ah, okay.
But what we got was great. Like
Yeah.
his entrance scene with the silhouette in the train, and you see the
Everyone's like,
Proxima
"What the
Midnight
fuck?"
looking, going what? And then you see Wanda like, oh my god, that's Cap.
Yeah.
Yes! Like you see that the characters know that, oh, that's Cap. Shit about to go down. And when he catches the spear, moment from the trailer, but still awesome.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
That whole fight scene with the Avengers theme kicking up and them just kicking ass. It's Falcon, Widow, and just Cap. Nobody else. And they wreck fucking shop
Oh, they
on these
do.
on these like two basically
good.
super soldier children of Thanos. They destroy them. Like it's not even a fight.
Oh no, it's freaking just basically them getting different ways of getting their ass kicked. Essentially,
It was awesome. Like that whole sequence was so cool, especially with the use of the Avengers theme, and they used that a ton in this movie. Both the piano version, the OG theme, the Avengers Age of Ultron theme, which is slightly slower to fit that tone of that movie. Like they use all their different themes.
There
with
wasn't that much use of outside music. Really?
Not really. They only listed 2 songs in the
Yeah,
credits.
I mean, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what's yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much all the Avengers theme, just constantly.
Which is
Or
pretty
there's
fucking
just
cool.
background,
Yeah.
like slow stuff, like no score. Basically,
Yeah.
it's scored, but it's just there's no thematic like music except for the
Not
Avengers
adding
theme,
to it.
which is it should be because it's Infinity War. Play that Avengers theme. You have earned it. That is a great fucking superhero theme. It's gonna stand the test of time. It's up there with the John Williams Superman and the '89 Batman theme. It's fucking amazing. Go to town on it. But like
Such a
the
good
cap line with the there was a great line. I'm not asking for forgiveness and I'm way past asking permission.
Yes.
That was such a great I'm not Captain America anymore.
Oh yeah. He's
I'm here to like kick ass, take names, protect this planet. Get the fuck out of my way.
and he does it well.
Like that was a great moment. And then he's still Cap.
Oh yeah,
He's
he's
still
still Cap at heart.
We don't trade lives.
Yeah.
It's not what we do.
Yeah.
Couple really, really awesome lines. Some really awesome moments. The I am Steve Rogers to Groot.
I'm Steve.
That's-
The Groot. Yeah.
That was so great. I see you new haircut. Like
Oh, yeah.
but he's still
You
like
copying me?
He's still
Yeah.
he's still having fun with his friend. Like he's
Yeah.
still like man, this is my friend who I thought was dead.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, he's got a sweet haircut and a brand new axe. I'm gonna give a shit about the haircut.
Yep.
You know, that was a great moment. But I hope we get more, and I think we will in the
Yeah.
next one because Steve and Tony still have not had a thing.
They still have to.
I guarantee you that's going to be like in the first act. Like Tony and Nebula, after they're being stuck on Titan, they're going to take the Guardian ship and get to Earth.
Yep.
And we're going to see Cap, maybe beginning of Act 2,
They're gonna start getting to it.
meet up with Steve and like have it out and get back to
Still
being the Avengers.
The fact that he's on a flip phone is the best.
And I love that he's like Steven, fucking
Steven,
flip phone.
yeah.
God damn it.
Sorry, it's like a good like weird throwaway kind of scene, but it's just like he's got to open a flip phone. He's got to God, seeing Tony Stark use that's hilarious.
I also didn't like that Wong just pieced the fuck out.
I totally did. Effing did.
The sanctuary is unguarded. You have like an entire culture of people like an entire group of people that are supposed to be able to guard the sanctuaries. You have nobody else that can be like, hey, I'm the second best. I should probably go to Wakanda.
Exactly.
I should probably go with the Avengers because we're clearly dealing with some high level
Huge
shit
ass
here.
shit. Especially since the stone got taken. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh my
And
God.
Wong, while listening to the Avengers talk about the shit, would have been fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
But I get it was already a packed movie. I
Yeah.
just didn't like
Oh,
that
yeah.
he pieced out.
It was just a cheesy piece.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And he's just like, I'm gonna guard here. Peace. Bye. And he
I gotta
leaves
go
and we
back.
never see him again.
It's like you can't call him like a substitute for
Yeah.
a day.
So we're getting pretty close there to our time, which is good for me.
Cool.
Easy to edit. Another thing too. The Children of Thanos. I have my notes off to my right. Only one of them really got any kind of character growth, which is Maw. Like, you want
Was...
Squidward, which is a great joke.
Yeah.
Can it, Squidward?
Yeah, it's good.
So good. Like, Earth is closed today. And, like, their rivalry between Strange and Stark, and then they kind of get together at the end. They figure each other out. It's really great. A little pissed Spider-Man didn't make a awesome facial hair bros kind of moment, which is a great moment in the comics that they have that moment.
Facial hair bros?
They have the same facial
Oh,
hair.
yeah.
Where they're like, you know what we are? Awesome facial hair bros. And they high five. So good. I was kind of pissed we didn't get a moment like that. And the fact that the other children were just kind of there.
I felt the lady with the kind of the horns in the front.
Proxima Midnight, yeah.
Yeah. She's actually baller, but that's all I have to say about her.
Yeah, like you couldn't tell you anything about her. Whereas like Maw, you get that he's this religious fanatic.
Yeah.
He's basically Doctor Strange on steroids.
Yeah.
And he's been around for a long time.
Definitely get that feel.
Pretty much for at least all of Gamora's whole life. Because you see him on Gamora's planet.
Yeah. Still kind of that same old.
Yeah,
Old
like
look to
you
his
see he's
face.
been around for a long
Yeah.
time, and he's fanatically devoted to Thanos.
Hugely.
And you get that, and the others don't really get that. So,
Yeah.
but I get it. You have to trim time unless you want a 3-hour movie, unless you want a BVS Ultimate Edition, which by all means, Marvel. 3 hours. I don't care.
We can
It
do
would be
this.
amazing.
We can do this.
Like, I hope there is a longer cut of this somewhere. Like, if they
There's
had to
gotta
cut
be,
stuff,
yeah.
they put it back in for. I hope they do that. They never do.
Yeah.
But I hope for Infinity War they might. Like, that would be so cool. Like the Russo cut or whatever. That'd be awesome. I doubt we'll see it,
Yeah.
but it'd be awesome to see.
I'll get it.
So, let's talk about the snap. The end.
Oh,
The snap.
yeah. Wrong hand. Sorry.
He snaps with the left. Everyone else, when they're talking about it, snaps with their right. The
Yeah.
one he doesn't have the gauntlet on.
Yeah,
And then he
exactly.
snaps with the
I'm like,
left.
nope, it's left-handed, dude.
What a ballsy way to end the movie.
Oh yeah, fucking
Like
axe
Thor
chest.
freaking out, like the "What did you do?" You know,
Yeah.
that whole sequence, the last 4 minutes, is just the rug is just right out from under you. It's just fucking gone, and you are flat on your ass, going, "What the fuck?"
You see these people that you love and dearly just get their
And
ass
he just
kicked.
like it hits you the first time when Steve comes up to Thor and is like, "What happened?" And then he hears Bucky say Steve, and they look over,
Steve?
and he's just stumbling and fading away into nothingness.
That one got me.
And Steve just like goes to the ground and falls on his knees.
yeah, I mean,
And
I
then
was
you
like,
keep cutting around and seeing all these characters that you've
Oh,
gotten to
God.
know just fading into nothingness.
best fadeaway scene.
Peter Parker.
Yep,
When
hands
he-
fucking
when he-
down.
When he's like, "I don't want to go,"
Yeah,
dies
I'm
in Tony
scared.
like dies
Fucking-
in Tony's arms after beginning the movie where Tony was talking to Pepper about having a
Yeah.
kid. Now this kid who's they kind of have a
Essentially,
familial relationship, maybe not father son, but like
yeah.
they're
That's
close.
Yeah.
You know, like he's more like maybe like an uncle. You know, and then he dies in his arms at the end of the movie.
Mm.
That's another like thematic bookend. You know, like it's there at the beginning and the end, it just a little differently.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was
That
baller.
I didn't cry, but you get that
Yeah,
sensation
you're
like, I'm about to cry. You know,
Control it.
when Peter died, when he started fading away, that's when it really hit me.
Yeah.
It kind of had been building up to that, and I appreciate that that's where they ended those moments with Peter.
Yeah, because Peter really sold it.
Yeah, like that
guy.
leading up the deaths into that. Not to say the others are inconsequential.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know, like they all mean something to the
I
various
mean, lose the King of
characters.
Wakanda. Jesus Christ.
Like him
huge.
trying to get his chief, like Dora Milaje, how do you say their thing? Helping her up, and then he fades away.
Oh, his
Yeah, like her
bodyguard.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She fucking was just. Oh yeah. The actress freaking sold it so
And then
well there.
Steve just on the ground, like, oh god,
Yeah. Lost Bucky.
and fade to black, and then no really music for the end credits,
Yeah, that was
and
weird.
then it's the haunting piano theme of the Avengers while the logo fades away.
That was pretty good.
Holy fuck! What an ending! What an Empire Strikes Back.
Oh yeah.
Luke's getting the hand cut off. Everything sucks. Nothing's gonna be okay. Moment.
Nothing could be alright. It's
It's so good.
So speaking of the snap, what do you project will be the next thing they chase?
It depends.
Do they go after Thanos?
I was thinking about it. Oh yeah, they're going after Thanos. Hulk
Yeah.
is gonna come out and be pissed as fuck,
Oh, yeah.
and he's gonna destroy Thanos. Guarantee. That's gonna be one of the final fights. It's gonna be Captain Marvel's gonna show up because she's in the end credit scene, and she's a cosmic level, no upper power limit
Yeah.
kind of character like Hulk.
She
Like,
could basically wield the gauntlet.
she is on God status Thor Hulk level. Like that's
Yeah.
what she can do. They're gonna go to town, but they're probably not gonna get the job done. And then Hulk, like Nat's gonna get, Black Widow's gonna get hit. Banner's finally gonna turn into Hulk, and Hulk is just gonna wreck fucking shop.
Oh yeah, we'll get Angry Hulk.
He's gonna go to town. He's gonna knock the gauntlet off and just destroy Thanos. I think Thanos is gonna die before they fix everything.
Okay.
Because then after that, the gauntlet gets knocked off. Then it turns into well, how do we fix this?
yeah, who wields this?
You know, like what do we do now? And I think this is gonna end. Not to dominate the conversation. I think it's gonna end like Days of Future Past. Remember that with Logan trying to reset the timeline in X-Men,
Oh god.
and he wakes up in
yeah.
the fixed future
Yep.
with the X-Men still alive, and Jean Grey is there, and Scott's there, and Storm's there. Like he fixed
He
it,
fixed it.
you know. But he still doesn't remember anything.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna end pretty similarly. Like Steve or someone is gonna put the gauntlet on.
I don't think Steve is. I think.
I think you have to do Steve because then the next movie is him giving up the mantle.
I think. But is he strong enough to wield it though?
Well, maybe that's what kills him. Maybe that's what kills him. That's what's going to wink him out of existence. Is that he's the only most pure of heart guy because he wants to save everyone.
Because Miss Marvel is strong enough to wield it.
So would be Thor. So would be Hulk.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't trust Hulk.
No.
Marvel, you just met her. Wouldn't trust her.
Yeah.
Thor, he's all pissed.
Oh yeah,
his world is dead.
Yeah.
But you give it to Steve. He'd be the guy that while everyone else is arguing about what to do, he'd just put on the gauntlet, and
especially
because
Steve.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
You can't just flip a switch and undo everything.
Yeah.
You have to basically remake the universe. This is where it gets really interesting. This is where you gotta imagine that after they announced the Disney deal with Disney Fox, they were in production on this movie. And I guarantee they were in production before the deal was announced because they were probably negotiating the deal on the back end well over a year ahead of time, before Infinity War was even done on the writing side. So you gotta imagine that was... They had a version where they got all the Fox properties when they're writing it. Being Disney and as long-term thinking as they are with Kevin Feige and everybody in their office, you got to imagine they had a version of the screenplay ready of, we got Fox characters, we can do this. And they have a version where they didn't. Because that project was coming to fruition right when they were in production for this movie. I'm imagining Steve using the gauntlet, which is why I want him to wake up, because I want him to wake up and be in Avengers Mansion and everything's fine. You see all the characters that just died, and then he rounds the corner to the main group, and it's Tony and Scarlet Witch and Black Widow and Wolverine and Thing. The new Avengers. I want to say Brian Michael Bendis, like 2006-ish, post Civil War, redid the Avengers, where it's like Wolverine and Thing, and they do a lot of Fantastic Four and X-Men crossovers with the Avengers. And that's the end.
Or do they go like, because it's the reality cube, right?
That's the Cosmic Cube.
Cosmic Cube, I'm sorry.
I imagine they could do the Cosmic Cube.
Because they did bring Red Skull back in a weird way.
Yeah, but they've never referenced the Cosmic Cube.
No, they didn't, but this would be an interesting drop. I mean...
Yeah. I just don't know if you do that in 2.5 hours. Because it would be a galactic hopping quest again.
Yeah, it would be huge.
Because you need to deal with the fallout of everyone dying.
Oh, yeah.
Which is going to be a huge part of Act 1.
That's going to be massive.
You need to deal with Captain Marvel's introduction to the main story because no one will have met her after Captain Marvel. She has her own standalone movie, which hopefully brings back Coulson. Fuck yes, Coulson's coming back. You know it, bitches.
Someday.
Because by then, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be done. Season 6 will be ending in May 2019, which was the planned end of the show to begin with. So you bring in Coulson and Quake. And then maybe the rest of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. cast, because they're all actually pretty awesome. But you got to bring in Quake, because she's a huge part of the Ultimate side of the S.H.I.E.L.D., their version of S.H.I.E.L.D., and like she basically was the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. for a while.
Okay, damn.
And it's a whole thing, and she's a much bigger character over there. So you got to bring her in, I think, especially if you're going to be done with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
You bring her up into so that way she can be in other movies, too. Introduce her to the movie audience.
Damn it.
Because it's a different audience. But, yeah, Coulson's coming back. And she's, like, Act 1 is going to be the fallout and dealing with, like, Captain Marvel. How does she fit into the group? And then figuring out a plan, then Tony comes back and with Nebula and the ship, and they figure out a plan of what to go do, find out where Thanos is, and go get that motherfucking gauntlet.
Rick's house.
And Banner's like, I don't know if I should go. I still can't get him to come out. Maybe they have like a meditation style thing where like Banner literally talks to Hulk within his head. Because they kind of did a similar thing where like the Soul Stone stuff, where Thanos is talking to Gamora's soul basically at the end. Do something similar with Banner and Hulk, which I think would be pretty cool. And I really do want another Thor Hulk team up fight. I want them to just wreck Thanos. And then
toss him around.
And then at the killing blow is Thor with the Stormbreaker through the head and I just kill him right. I hit him right in the neck and just be like, aim for the head this time and finish him. And he just
do like a
dead.
Patriot scene.
That'd be awesome.
Where it's just like, wah, wah,
yeah, and then he's dead and the gauntlet's on the ground.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to figure out what's happening, and Steve's just like, fuck it, puts it on.
He's been around the longest.
Yeah.
Because
it's OG Avengers now. So one of the OG Avengers is gonna bite it in the next one.
Yeah.
They're gonna use the gauntlet and either be dead or they're gonna get killed by Thanos trying to get the gauntlet. And they're gonna stay dead.
I still feel my gut tells me for some reason Tony's gonna die.
I don't know if you do, because you have to introduce his successor. They don't have a
Yeah,
successor
they
for him.
really don't.
Cap, they do. You got
Yep,
Bucky
yep.
and Sam, who have both been Cap in the comics. They've already introduced him.
Yeah.
So he's actually, I think, again, the most likely to die if they kill him.
Yeah, I mean, he's got two backups essentially.
If he's the one that uses the gauntlet, I agree. They're more than likely going to kill him.
Yeah.
But I really do want the wake-up scene with, oh shit, the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. Can you imagine how fucking crazy the movie-going audience would be? Or maybe that's the end credit scene. You like have Jarvis be like, "Hey, Mr. Stark, you have a meeting at the Baxter Building with Charles Xavier and Reed Richards,
Bring Jarvis back. Shit.
or somebody like Friday or whoever." How great would that be? Oh, and you gotta have the Division reveal because he's totally not dead.
He's totally not dead. They brought his body back.
She copied his mind.
Oh yeah, she totally did. There's a quick flip.
They're going to be dealing with it in like the Wakanda Tower about what happens now, and they're going to be mourning Vision, and then he's going to pop up and be like, "Well, I mean, you could mourn me. I wouldn't say no, but I'm not dead."
I think it's be that kind of Vision. He's gonna be pissed as fuck since Scarlet's gone.
Oh yeah, well he's going to find out that she's
Yeah.
dead because he
And
won't
he'd
know.
be-
'Cause
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He's
That's
been
true.
copied before.
Yeah.
He didn't. This copy
Nope.
wouldn't have experienced the death.
No, because he's rebuilt or he's brought back through the time stone.
Yeah, he was basically. No, he was copied before he left.
Oh yeah, before the fight. Yep.
Yeah, before he leaves, he's been copied.
So all he knows is essentially he was laying on the table.
That's the last memory
That's
he
the
would have.
last copy memory
Yeah.
he has.
So then
Yeah.
he would go through the emotions of finding out
Oh,
what
God,
happened
yeah.
and that everyone's dead,
Dude.
which would be so cool. So
Be a house to reckon with.
there's a lot of cool stuff they could do, is what I'm
Oh,
saying.
there's a ton. Yeah.
So Joey, anything you want to add?
Just go see it. I mean, again, because you've technically made
Yes,
it
go
through
see
the
it
spoiler
again.
part. Yeah. I mean,
If you've made it through here,
totally
you've
worth
seen it. Go enjoy it. Like, go see it on a cheap
Yeah.
movie night. Go see it on a go see it on the best sound and theater and movie going place you can go. We're fortunate to have a really good theater near us. It's not a draft house style, but like
No.
nobody
the sound
talks.
quality and visual quality is pretty good.
Yeah, it's great screen, great speakers, and it's a good audience area.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
people
very
don't
good.
fuck around.
Yep.
We're not in a big metro area where you get a shitty movie going audience. It's people
Yeah.
that are like, "Hey, we're here. We spent $15 on this shit," or
It matters
it's
here.
$11.
11
Like,
something. Yeah.
we're not gonna waste our $11 on like babies crying and
Yeah.
people being at movies that shouldn't be at movies.
Yeah.
And I've never had someone get kicked out in this theater.
We're getting close.
A
but
couple
that's
people
just
have
the
been
setup.
warned and they stop. So that's all I've seen.
Yeah.
But I've had some
Very
friends who
roll.
had really bad experiences. Like Liz, she had a really bad experience.
Really?
Or like Aaron Porter, he had a terrible experience.
Oh, man.
It sucks.
Yeah.
This movie demands a great experience. So I would definitely go try to watch it again.
I mean,
if you
hopefully we
can.
got you excited enough to go re-see it because it's great. I mean, it's
Hopefully
worth
have you excited enough to subscribe because we're going to wrap up here.
Subscribe, like,
we're
comment.
Probably around 40-ish minutes.
Yeah, we also have like a pretty good bit to cut out also.
Yeah, not much though.
Yeah.
We were basically doing that right away after I hit record.
Well, not the cup thing, but I thought you were going to cut out the whole
What?
Dragonlord.
Oh no, I'm gonna clip it out to show off the podcast.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, hey, you gotta watch this podcast because we argue about shit like this, and it gets hardcore.
Hardcore parkour.
So yeah,
Sorry.
I'm Thomas Ullman, aka Mr. Warburg, at Mr. Warburg on Twitter. That is Joey. He is at Private Joke 1 on Twitter. Hopefully, we'll have a lower third. If not, the links are in the description below.
Lower third.
We'll be doing this.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We'll be doing this hopefully every other week. Maybe different timing because Deadpool and
Movies.
Solo movies are coming out. That throws us off because we like going to movies.
Excited for Solo.
And you're excited for Solo. You're one of the first people who's like, "Oh, that looks good."
I think it looks awesome.
See, I'm wondering okay, why'd you go with Solo? Why didn't you make a Lando movie? I'd go watch a Lando movie with Donald fucking Glover.
Oh my god, I love that dude as fucking Lando.
If it was just a Lando story,
Oh
oh my god, that'd be so cool.
Jesus.
And then
I think he's gonna play a major
end,
part in it.
You would end the Lando movie with the game where he loses the Falcon.
Loses the Falcon
To
yeah.
Han shows up
Give
at the
him
table
dice.
and you know he's gonna lose it, and you spent this whole movie building up his relation, and then it's just gone, and that's the end of your movie with Donald Glover. It'd be so amazing.
Dude, I don't know. Something about God, it's gonna be great.
Yeah,
It'd be
it's gonna be a fun time with the movies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm reserving judgment until I see the final trailer. So we'll see. So yeah, that's been our podcast on Infinity War. Let us know what you think in the comments below. By all means, like, subscribe, and all that. All those shenanigans. And check us out at twitch.tv/bottomshelfnerds, which is
Do
where we do
it!
it's where we do most of our content.
Yeah.
3 or 4 days a week we're going to be streaming. Maybe more now that we've found some new single player stuff to try out.
Yeah.
We do a lot of stuff. You know, we do single player series where I'm starting the Arkham series. Joey's going to start the Assassin's Creed series on his new account because he wants them sweet achievements.
I need them. Nom, 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 nom.
Where we do a lot of PUBG, Fortnite. I might even start Stardew because they have the multiplayer now, which is pretty cool.
Or big battle
Just for
royale
chill
people.
streams. Sometimes we do wood burning streams, like showing this stuff off.
Mostly him.
And, you know, we have a charity stream coming up in 2 weeks, too. So definitely follow us at twitch.tv/bottomshelfnerds to stay up to date on that.
Oh, yeah.
And without any further ado, I'm done rambling on the outro.
Well,
we will see you...
If you follow us on that sweet Twitch
Bottom Shelf
Bottom
Nerds.
Shelf Nerds, with this, you could potentially win this at the charity stream.
May 19th,
Man, just saying.
9 a.m. to midnight.
Go do it.
Central Standard Time.
Yep. Just gotta do a charity.
Raise money for the Crohn's and the
Yep.
stomachs.
Crohn's are the nastiest.
So yeah, bye.
Yep. Bye.